On September 17th, 1948, that is 74 years ago, the Nizam of Hyderabad, one of the richest princely states in India at that time, decided to surrender and join the Indian Union. That day is now being observed by the BJP by distorting and rewriting history, claiming to be a liberation day. They are calling it liberation from the Muslim rule of the Nizam of Hyderabad. On the other hand, traditionally it has been marked as an integration day when the state of Hyderabad integrated with the Indian Union. As against this liberation and integration, the communists have always maintained and observed this day, and the communists are the only one who have been observing this day since 1948 every year, and they observe this day as the day of surrender of the Nizam of Hyderabad to the Indian Army. Why did this mighty Nizam surrender, and that too within 4 days of the army operations in the state of Hyderabad? Operation Polo, or what is called the police action, the Indian Army moving into Hyderabad state, happened on the 13th of September 48. By 17th, the Nizam capitulated. In 109 hours, the mighty Nizam's army could not face this. Why? That is because the rule of the Nizam was undermined by the mighty armed struggle launched by the communists, which is known as the Telangana armed struggle of the peasantry. And this armed struggle for 18 months liberated more than 3,000 villages, distributed more than 10 lakh acres of land amongst the landless, and covered an area of 16,000 square kilometers, in fact square miles. With this, the Nizam's rule became untenable, and he was unable to resist put up any effort against the Indian Army. This untenability of the rule of Nizam is what made him capitulate. So the main force that actually ensured the integration of the state of Hyderabad into the Indian Union was this communist-led, heroic Telangana armed struggle of the peasantry. But yet, after 1948, Nizam surrendered. Indian Army continued to remain there till 1951, till the period when the Communist Party of India withdrew the armed struggle. Why did it stay back? It stayed back because the new ruling classes in India, independent India, the bourgeois landlord ruling classes led by the big bourgeoisie, wanted to restore the authority of the erstwhile landlords who were incapacitated and decapacitated by the armed struggle. So they were being reinstalled back and to take possession of those lands. This bitter struggle continued between the Communist Party of India and the Indian Army then. But in this struggle, now official records show that as late as in 1950, 27th March 1950, the official records of the Hyderabad state show that in all the jails in Hyderabad, there were 4,482 communists 2 years after Nizam capitulated, as opposed to only 57 Razakars. So the targeted attack on the communists was done in order to restore that landlordism. But nevertheless, it is this heroic and historic struggle that paved the way to bring the issue of land reforms to the central agenda, and the issue of abolition of zamindari, and the linguistic reorganization of the modern Indian Union. That is the heroic contribution of the communists, with more than 4,000 martyrs and with stalwarts who polled the highest vote in the first general election, surpassing that of Nehru, Ravi Narayan Reddy, as a candidate of the Communist Party of India. our red salute to all these heroic communist fighters who laid the foundations for modern India with a radical agenda. So why is the RSS commemorating this event of the integration of Hyderabad state with the Indian Union in such a big way? They've called this Liberation Day celebrations for a year-long period. This is precisely the same attitude that the RSS and the BJP employed regarding the 75th anniversary of India's independence. It's well known to everybody that the RSS had no role at all in India's freedom struggle. On the contrary, there have been occasions when they collaborated with the British. Likewise, in Telangana, in this entire struggle against the Nizam and the atrocities and the most exploitative regime that it was, they had absolutely no role. Today, to claim a role on 17th of September 1948 is ridiculous, since the RSS was banned by Sardar Patel himself. The same Sardar Patel whom they cite to misappropriate today had banned the RSS on the 4th of February 1948 after the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi, and the ban continued till July 11, 1949. So on September 17, 1948, the RSS was banned or prohibited from doing any political activity. So therefore, to claim a role now in the surrender of the Nizam is absolutely ridiculous. But they are doing this and wanting to mount a campaign on liberation on this issue, and they want to convert this into a Hindu-Muslim issue in order to rouse communal passions and seek the deepening of communal polarization, which is the basis on which they want to transform the secular democratic Indian Republic into the fascistic, rabidly intolerant Hindutva Rashtra of the RSS project. So this is the essential reason why they are observing this. But at the same time, the entire struggle against the Nizam's autocratic regime was not a Hindu-Muslim issue. In fact, the struggle, armed struggle, when it started in the Nalgonda district, in Jangaon, it started against a notorious landlord called Visnur Deshmukh, Ramachandra Reddy. He was not a Muslim. In Suryapet, it was against another vicious landlord, Pratap Reddy. So the struggle was against the atrocities, the inhuman exploitation of the feudal landlords who were called the Doras, and most of them were Hindus. So to make this into a Hindu-Muslim issue is absolutely an obnoxious effort by the BJP, but this is what they are seeking to do in order to carry forward their political project of transforming the secular democratic Republic of India. That is the RSS objective.